Good morning. It's Betty, and I'm cooking on Farm Ridge today. My hat, my apron, and guess what? Today I'm going to cook an old-fashioned staple, pinto beans. How many of you still like pinto beans? Back in the day, we ate a lot of these. And it used to take a long time to cook them, and we would pick them and soak them overnight. I don't really soak mine overnight anymore because I have plenty of time for them to get done. So what I've already done is I picked the beans, and by picking the beans, I mean going through, taking out the bad beans and the little bitty rocks because remember, they came out of the ground. So they're all ready to go, and I'm going to put them in my pot. Where I already have 2 ham hocks and my beans. I found this amazing seasoning. It's called Pinto Bean Seasonings. I'm telling you guys, it really, really works. And I love it. So what I do is when I put my beans on, I dump some in. Just dump it in. You know my motto. Dump, dump, dump. But anyway, this is amazing. It's pinto bean seasoning with sea salt. This is another one of my seasonings that I get where they sell the cheap seasoning. I think I pay like $1. And I think maybe with inflation it may have went up a little bit. But anyway, I got my pinto beans ready. And I'm going to put them on the stove and I'm going to let them start cooking in my pot. I'm going to start them on a low heat. And when it's time to season them, I'll come back and show you how I season my pinto beans. Now, we all season different. Remember, I'm an old-fashioned Southern cook. I'm from the South, and in Arkansas, we put sugar in our food. So when I cook my pinto beans, I put sugar. So when these beans are ready to be seasoned, I will come back and I'll show them. Now this process is probably going to take a couple of hours because beans take a while to cook. But when I'm ready to season them, I'll come back and I'll show you what they look like. And then when they're all done, I'll show you again what the finished product is. So again, this morning, it's Betty, and I am cooking on Farm Ridge. And my motto is to not teach you how to cook, but to show you how I cook and to help you make your cooking easy and simple. Now you go out and you make yourself a great day, but for the next couple of hours, don't worry about what I'm doing because I'm coming back. And when I come back, we're going to have some pinto beans. All right, bye-bye. All right, I'm back, and we're cooking on Farm Ridge. And it's time to season your pinto beans. Once they've cooked for about an hour on a low heat, then you want to turn your heat up to high because you want them to boil. See, they're starting to look like pinto beans. At this point, I'm going to add, always, I use Lowry in everything. So I'm going to use a little Lowry seasoning. Just a tad bit. And in pinto beans, I also use regular salt. So I'm using some coarse kosher salt to put in these beans, okay? Okay. I'm also going to add some black pepper. Another one of my little secret ingredients is I put just a little bit of chili powder in my beans. It gives them a really good taste. So let's just sprinkle a little bit in. We don't want to put a lot. You don't want it to taste like chili, but you just want to give it that little secret touch. And then I'm going to add some oil, maybe about 1/4 of a cup. This is canola oil. Now, I already know some of y'all be cooking y'all beans and stuff in those hot pots and stuff, and you know, those quick pressure cookers, and that's okay. But this is the old-fashioned way to cook pinto beans. Okay, I'm also gonna add some sugar because remember, I put sugar in my pinto beans. It's totally optional. So for people that don't like sugar in your beans, then you don't put sugar in your beans. But we do. I added about a half a cup, not a lot. And then I always add some of my pepper sauce that I made. And I make this with peppers. You can buy jalapeno peppers at the store. Or if somebody is gracious enough to give you some out of their garden, you can do that. But I always try to add a little bit of the vinegar and water. I make this with vinegar, water, and sugar. So I'm going to put a little bit in a cap. And I'll pour some of that in my beans. And I'm going to add a small piece of pepper. Not a lot, just a small piece. Because I don't want them to be so hot you can't eat them. Okay. So, now everything is in my beans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them come to a boil. And then I'll turn them back down on low. And they would need to cook approximately maybe another 40 minutes or so. Because your beans need to be nice and soft. And then I'll make some cornbread. And that will be our tutorial today for cooking on fine ribs. So we're going to have pinto beans. And we're going to have the old-fashioned skillet cornbread that I'm going to make in a cast iron skillet that I use only for cornbread. I don't fry anything in it. I don't bake anything in it. This is my cornbread skillet. So if you get you a cast iron skillet, try to keep one separate for your cornbread. It makes good cornbread and your cornbread won't stick. Okay? Let's see if I can show you a little bit of something. Hold on a second. Okay, see, these are my beans, and they're cooking pretty good. But they're not ready yet. Got my ham hocks in there. I got my beans. I have all my seasonings. And now we're just going to replace the lid. And then we're going to let these bad boys just continue to cook really low until they get, the juice get nice and thick, okay? We don't want the juice to be thin. We want it to be nice and thick and brown. And if you love pinto beans, you will really like these. So I'll be back when they're done, and I'll show you the beans and the cornbread. All right? You make it a great day. Okay, it's Betty, and I'm back, and this is the final segment of this tutorial. Of course, I was making pinto beans, and let me give you a little history about soul food. They used to get up early in the morning and start their dinner, make pinto beans and stuff. Stuff that they didn't have to watch so that they could keep on doing their other daily activities and chores. So I love when I cook pinto beans and stuff for dinner because I don't have to stand there and fry and flip over and watch. I can just let it cook. So anyway, I've cooked my cornbread. I got my beans ready. I'm going to show you in a minute. But first, I wanted to show you that. This is my skillet cornbread. Isn't that beautiful? Boy, there's nothing like some pinto beans and some nice cornbread. But, unfortunately, my son don't like cornbread, so I made him some Jiffy muffins. But my beans are done. I started this process this morning. Oh, let's say about, I want to say about 8:30. And now my dinner is done. And there's nothing left for me to do the rest of the day but to sit back and enjoy. I'm going to show you what my pinto beans look like. They look so good. I can't pick that pot up because it is hot. But I can pick my camera up. And let's see what we can do here. Let's flip it over. Ah, look at that. Pinto beans with ham hock. They are ready. Oh, that is going to be so good. Oh, my goodness. So good. So, pinto beans, cornbread, and you got yourself a wonderful. So again, this is Betty, and I've been cooking on Farm Ridge, and when I tell you, I have so much fun cooking, and I really like what I do. You have to like it. I'm still, trying to get my camera up, but yesterday, remember, my friend brought me over this apron, cooking on Farm Ridge. She brought some mittens to match, and I just love cooking on Farm Ridge. I cook 7 days a week. Can you believe that? Who still cooks 7 days a week? Me. So, guess what I'm going to do on Saturday or later on this week? Today's Thursday. I'm going to show the young people how to wash and clean and cook a turkey. A turkey. Somebody already bought it. They paid for the tutorial. And I'm going to cook the turkey, and they're going to come pick it up. But anyway, this has been Betty, and I don't want to keep you too long or make my video too long. But I've been cooking on Farm Ridge today, and I want everybody to go out and have a great day and enjoy what you do. Remember, I'm not here to teach you how to cook. I'm simply here to show you how I cook when I'm cooking on Farm Ridge. I make it simple, I make it easy, and you can always assure that it will be something that you can do. This is Betty, and it's been a great morning. And cooking on Farm Ridge, we'll see you later, okay? Bye-bye.